Hi, good morning. We're going to work today on, one second. Sorry, I had a Zoom meeting open as well, and we didn't need that as well. Okay, we're going to continue with our tasks on the world map. So far, what you should be able to do, if I wouldn't mind, what you should be able to do is do a print map and see a neat version of the map. You should be able to do a get location, and I'm going to do somewhere different to normal. Let's go for 1, 3, 5, 9, 11, 13, 14. Let's go to 14 and 2, 4, 6, 5. And that should give me the key. I should be able to describe a location, and I'll go for the standard 11.0. And you should be able to describe a situation using your location. I don't mind which method you use for these, it's your code, but you should be able to describe various bits and pieces of the map. The code we're going to work on today is the code that will allow me to change things like that equals for a closed door into a less than sign for a proper open door. The basic version is just doing the change. It doesn't care what is going on. The extension tasks, various levels, a basic A will be one which does the same as get location and stops me giving errors. The second one is you might want to build in some rules to make sure that when I do this change of update location, I've called it, when I update the location, I'm changing something appropriate. So there's no point changing a door for being a wall. I don't want to change the door to a wall at any point. So you might want to put that into your code if you want. It's not necessary. What is important today is that we're going to be playing about, and we're playing with strings. So the sort of thing you're getting is I'm going to give you some test text, and that's just a simple string saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. That's the one that's given in the book, in the worksheet. And you're playing about with the square brackets. So when we were doing the get location, we worked out that, notice first of all, I'm not using the map, I'm using a single text, so there's only one pair of square brackets I need at the end, because I'm looking for the substring. So if I wanted the D, I need to go to position 3. We've done that before. There, if you remember, there are some extra bits in there though, that if I put in :3, the colon tells it to get groups, and this one's ABC. In your worksheet, record the result and describe what it's doing. If I say test text 5 : work out where it's gone to, how does the 5 relate to this string, what does the colon tell it to do. You can even do it with some negative numbers as well. What does that do? Now this bit is about playing about, this is your chance to play, find out a bit about what strings, how they work, and what these substrings are. Most programming languages don't have this format. And it's up to you if you want to create these extra functions, but most programming languages will create a function called left, right, mid, and it will allow you to get these values out that Python lets you do with this colon notation. So that's the first part of this. Second part is you then get to play about, and I'm going to try and write some code and see what happens to my text if I get rid of everything. If I do the first bit, this 6 up to a colon, that gives me everything after a position. Which position is it in? So if I now do test text colon 5 and add on the end of it another test text, 5 colon. You need to look at the notes. This is in one of the exercises. Has it changed anything? What's happening? What happens if I change the numbers? If I do 6, well, it's shorter, so where's that? Which character disappeared? Why? What's happened? Can you play about with it a bit more? And maybe go 3. So what's happening? Notice at the moment, I have not changed the string because I have not done any write back. If I take this one above, this test text here, to put it back into the right place, I have to do test text equals. So now, it's only now does it say evaluate everything on the right hand side of the equals, work out what's happening, whatever the result is, put it back into the original variable. So notice it doesn't show anything this time until I say do test text. And now the test text has been changed. Now I've just taken some characters out, so I'm going to borrow this line above here, reset my string, and you might have to reset the string a few times when you're doing the exercises. I now want to write a little bit where I want to change the F. Now I know how this works. I'm not going to give you clues. I would try to blur this if I can, but I may not be able to. Yeah, I can't think of a way to hide it quickly without lots of messing around, but I might do. So I'm going to take the test text. Before I play about with changing it, I'm just going to see if I can get the effect to work. And I'm going to go for that bit, whatever it does. I'm going to add to it $1, and then I'm going to take this bit and change that so that it prints out the rest. And that's now actually done something, and it's taken a letter, taken it out and replaced it with another one. If I type in test text, it's not changed yet. So at the moment we're just playing with the string. Let's do the assignment. So I'm going to make this permanent now. So I've done the assignment of test text is equal to the result of this string. When I print it out, I now get $1 instead of one of the letters. Why? You need to think about the numbers and what's happening. Moving that onto my world map. If I look at the world map, let's do the print map. It's a lot easier to look at. That's why we wrote the function. So if I print my map out, I want to change this equals to a less than sign. It's in line 0, 1, 2, 3. So to change it, I now need to look at world map, and you might want to actually do as separate stages, or you may be comfortable with writing it as a single function. I'm going to do it as a line. So I'm going to take the line, world map, and I have got 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to change this equal. Check the line contains that equals, and now I've got to work out where is it in this. So now I want to do line is going to change to, again, I'm not going to tell you which numbers I'm using or why. Change the character to that and put the line on the end. Check my line is correct. I've changed the equals. At the moment, my world map, though, has not been updated. I've been working on a variable. So now I do the reverse of this line here. I'm going to reverse that so that world map 3 is now equal to what my variable line is. Now when I do my print map, I've now got an open door. That's the task you're doing today. You need to create a function for it, and the function, we define a procedural function. This function is going to be called def update map. I need to say where it is in terms of x and y, so what are the coordinates for the character I want to change, and I want to give it a new state. Don't forget to give the descriptions, the function's purpose, so to change the object at location xy. Some of you are using multiple maps. Again, like we've done in the past, you can add another variable on the end for the other map. Those of you who are using a single map, don't forget the global command. Global world map. And effectively now you're doing these steps where you got the line out of the map, which line from x and y. You take everything up to a point, x or y, which variable is needed here, and what calculations might need to happen. Get the value back, and then put it back into the map at the right place. You might want to send back a return, or you just might want to leave it as a procedure. Some people write procedures that will always return something to say yes, no, or this is currently what your map is. Some people will just say, no, it's a process, it's completed, it's fine. Okay, so you have all your update a position code in here. And you need to write that based upon what we created over here. Okay, guys?